My name is Anna, and I am 33 years old. I work in a hospital as a nurse. My job is to help sick people, and while it's often challenging and exhausting, I find it deeply fulfilling. Each day, I pour my heart into my work, knowing that I'm making a difference in people's lives. Before last year, my life was simple, if not a little lonely. I lived alone in a modest apartment and spent most of my free time either catching up on rest or visiting my elderly mother, who resides in a quiet village nearby. She's my rock, and helping her with small chores or just spending time together was a bright spot in my otherwise routine life. But then, one day, everything changed. Michael, a new doctor, joined our hospital. He was unlike anyone I had ever met: kind, confident, and undeniably attractive. He was tall, with piercing blue eyes, and a warm, genuine smile that seemed to put everyone at ease. All the nurses admired him, not just for his looks, but for his ability to remain calm and compassionate, even in the most stressful situations. At first, I thought someone like Michael wouldn't notice someone like me. I've never been the glamorous type. My life isn't flashy. I wear simple clothes, and my hair is practical rather than styled. I'm an ordinary woman, and I figured Michael would be drawn to someone more remarkable. But to my surprise, Michael did notice me. It started with small gestures: a friendly smile, a question about my day, or an offer to help with a patient. Over time, these interactions grew into longer conversations during breaks and shared moments of laughter. I began to look forward to seeing him each day, my heart fluttering every time he entered the room. One evening, as our shifts ended, Michael approached me in the staff room. "Anna, would you like a ride home?" he asked casually, holding his car keys. Caught off guard, I hesitated but eventually agreed. The ride home was unexpectedly enjoyable. We talked about everything: our families, favorite books, and even the silly things we did as kids. It felt natural, like talking to an old friend. From that day on, Michael often offered me rides home, and I began to feel something more than just friendship. He brought me tea during our breaks, and we started spending more time together outside work. Then one weekend, Michael asked if I wanted to go to the movies. I was nervous but said yes. We watched a romantic comedy and spent hours talking afterward. As we walked through the quiet streets, I realized how much I enjoyed being with him. For the first time in years, I felt truly happy. But just as I began to dream of a future with Michael, he dropped a bombshell. "Anna, I need to tell you something," he said one afternoon, his tone serious. "I'm married." His words hit me like a punch to the stomach. Married? I stared at him, struggling to process what he had just said. "I've been married for 5 years," he explained, "but I'm not happy. Laura and I don't have much in common anymore. We live like strangers." I didn't know what to say. On the one hand, I had developed deep feelings for Michael. On the other hand, I didn't want to be the reason his marriage ended. I tried to create distance between us, but it was hard. Michael continued to seek me out, his kindness and charm making it impossible to ignore him. Then one day, while shopping at a supermarket, I saw Michael with his wife. She was stunning, tall, elegant, and radiating confidence. They were laughing together, looking like the perfect couple. My heart sank. That night, I couldn't sleep. I felt foolish for believing Michael's words and angry at myself for getting involved in such a complicated situation. The next day at work, I confronted him. "I saw you with your wife," I said. "You looked happy. I don't understand why you're spending time with me if you're happy with her." Michael sighed, his expression heavy with emotion. "Anna, what you saw was just a moment. Laura and I put on a facade for others, but it's not real. When I'm with you, I feel alive. You make me feel understood in a way I haven't felt in years." His words both touched and troubled me. I cared for him deeply, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I was walking into something messy and potentially destructive. I told Michael I needed time to think. Over the next few days, I poured my heart out to my best friend, Sarah. She listened patiently, offering advice that was both practical and compassionate. "Anna, you deserve someone who is fully available to you," she said. "If Michael truly cares about you, he needs to resolve his situation before involving you." Her words resonated deeply, and I realized I needed to prioritize my own well-being. A week later, Michael asked to meet me at a park. We sat on a bench under the shade of a large oak tree. Anna, I've made a decision, he began. Laura and I have agreed to separate. It's been a long time coming, and it's the right thing for both of us. While his honesty was a relief, I told him that I needed time. Trust and clarity wouldn't come overnight, and I wanted to be sure I wasn't stepping into another uncertain situation. The months that followed were a period of growth and reflection. I focused on myself, joining new activities, reconnecting with old friends, and rediscovering my own interests. Michael, true to his word, finalized his separation and took the time to sort out his own emotions. He didn't pressure me or rush our connection. Instead, he allowed our relationship to develop naturally. A year later, Michael and I found ourselves sitting in the same park where we had our difficult conversation. The air was crisp, and the leaves were starting to change color. I'm grateful for you, Anna, Michael said, taking my hand. You've shown me what it means to truly connect with someone. I smiled, feeling a sense of peace I hadn't felt in years. Life hadn't been easy, but the journey had taught me resilience, patience, and the importance of choosing what's right for myself. Today, Michael and I are building a life together, one step at a time. It's not perfect, but it's real, and for that, I am deeply grateful. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story with someone who needs to hear it.